Hello and welcome, fellow racers, to the Racing Fanatic YouTube channel. Hello, what's going on, fellow racers? Today we are going to be driving a NASCAR around Le Mans. You're gonna get tired of the word NASCAR this video. I don't care if you like NASCAR or you don't. I'm gonna prove to you that NASCAR is actually a really difficult sport without going on Novel. I'm going to be driving this at the 24 Hours of Le Mans circuit, which y'all could probably see in the top left corner of the screen. I'm gonna put a point and arrow at that. But let's get right into this. This is to prove to y'all that NASCAR isn't all about left turns and going in circles. They can turn right too. There are three road courses in the season this year, and to show y'all that this isn't something that's all about straight lines and going in circles, I'm gonna show you the potential of a NASCAR by lapping it around Le Mans. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna use the head-to-head rules for this. Same time trial system. I might have a section of us just trying to improve our laps, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. So coming out of pit road, you gotta remember that this is a big heavy hunk of metal. Handles like a street car. It's a replica of one with a giant V8 in it. It's really heavy. You can't take it as fast as you would with an actual LMP car, but you can still accelerate and stuff pretty aggressively, and a 180 mile an hour top speed with my setup is pretty good. Down into the main straight, fourth gear. 150, fast 150, that's faster than most of the street cars that these things are trying to represent. 170, 180, we're about to start going faster than the LMP1 car that I drive, and now we're at 184, that's faster than the LMP1 with no draft. But the brakes on these things suck. And there we go, back in second gear so I don't flip and spin out in the corner. You gotta get on the throttle really late, and you gotta be at around half throttle coming out of that corner. Otherwise you will spin out, because these cars have so much power, about 500 wheels, 600-700 of torque. I'm pretty sure I'm completely wrong. Comment down below the right numbers in the comment section down below, because I'm flipping retarded. And back on the brakes. On the brakes, as you can see, you have to take all kinds of corners really slow. Which may seem pretty disappointing, but I can lap Le Mans in under 5 minutes. Which, if you don't think that's impressive for a NASCAR, then I don't know where you come from, but you better go watch a NASCAR race. Because these things are not as fast as you think they are. Barely made that corner, brakes being super not helpful, and the tire compound being super hard, and I can't change it because this is the slickest compound, the grippiest compound that you can get on a NASCAR. So I'm stuck with this really weird compound that's super hard and designed to last about 20 something laps at 200 miles an hour at Daytona. So this is a really tough compound to race aggressively at a track like this, high corners and stuff. But once they get up to temperature, if they ever get up to temperature, it's not gonna happen. And they get pretty sticky. Aside from the fact that you have to get on the brakes every 30 seconds because, you know, these things can't do corners sometimes. But this is to show you the true potential of one of these things, not to be rude or anything, but these are some really nice cars. They can do a lot of things that you wouldn't expect them to do. I have to lock up the brakes again. Nope, didn't save it. Remember I said to take notes on this section? Yeah, don't do that for this, because this car does not drive like it would, like my LMP car, like I drive my LMP car. I have to take these corners really slow, and it's a little hard to break that habit of just full throttle all the way through. So as you can see, still screwing up, tire compound really soft, making this really difficult. I could be in the right gear, that'd be nice. This is gonna be a relatively short video, I would hope. Okay. Timed lap is gonna be next lap because, you know, I don't have all the time in the world. And if I do screw up, well then I'm just gonna cut to the next lap that I actually run decently. How about that? That way this video isn't ridiculously long. I just wanted a short little post to hold you guys over, because I know I haven't been posted in the past week. So, yeah. And yeah, it's gonna invalidate me for that. I was used to that at that point. Just ignore it. Just completely ignore it, because it does that every time I make a lap, because the thing gets a little tight around that corner. The joys of a manual accidentally downshifting and going into neutral. I mean, this is pretty good acceleration for not having curves and all that fancy doobobs and stuff. It's a really slow right-hander. The LMP cars can't take this too much faster, so you know. Back around these slower S's. Back into second gear, take this really slow and calm, because these cars really don't like any corners that you throw at them. Don't know how they handle an oval, but you know, they handle an oval. And no, it's not just because of the banking, because there is nothing that I can do with the setup in this game to get these cars to drive around Texas. Okay, back down the main straightaway, 184, we're topped out. I already have engine damage for some reason, don't know why. Brakes get really hot. 500 degrees is a lot when you're not on a race brake. These aren't carbon super expensive brakes. I mean, it's not like you can lap this track any faster with any street car that's not a hypercar or a supercar. And even then, a supercar probably can't go around this much faster than a NASCAR. So if you don't find that impressive, I don't know what is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you aren't very easily impressed, which is why you shouldn't. I'm not hating on my own channel. I'm not doing that. I almost hated on my own channel right there. Welcome to the Racing Fanatic YouTube channel, where I don't like myself, evidently. It's a pretty good lap so far. I haven't screwed up too badly. I mean, when am I ever perfect, right? But back on the brakes really early for this corner. I gotta let out for the corner. I can't hold the brakes going around the corner, because it's just gonna lock all four tires up and spin. Back up in the fourth gear. These corners happen. The car wants to slide through these corners. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. Words. Just let it kind of slide a little bit. Just give a little bit more input. It will turn in the end. Right here, took that a little bit faster than I needed to, but that probably improved my time a little bit. Tip with these cars, don't get over half throttle mid-corner. Even though you learn that with your apexes with other corners, with other cars, the car will torque up and spin out without getting any grip whatsoever. That's why you see that I'm half throttle most of my corners if I'm even on throttle. And then when the car finally straightens out, then you can get on it, because that's the only way it's going to accelerate without spinning itself out, unless you're a gear above what you're supposed to be. A little bit slower than I should have slowed down right there, but that's all in the name of I don't want to spin out, game. Taking it really slow, don't want to get above third gear. I should be in second gear right now, not pushing the car, but I want to try to set a decent lap, and the car really doesn't handle. these corners very well because there's no banking. If there was a banking, just a minor banking, this would be so much better. Lap time has been invalidated for some dumb reason. Please tell me what I just got invalidated for and what track boundary I went over, because I really would love to know. And if you think that's also dumb, well then comment down below, because I do too. Welcome to the what? Sports 35, 296. I can do a little bit better, so one more lap and then we should end the video. Don't worry about the penalties because this game really just doesn't like me today. Back down the first gear, coming around these little S-bends. Back on the throttle. Nah, I really don't want to get over to second, third gear here. You're never really going to get in fourth gear in this car unless you're on a main street, especially at Le Mans. Because these are such complex corners, and there's no banking whatsoever, so you can't get on it mid-corner because it just wants to spin, and there's no, like, pulling force down on the car to keep it from kicking the tail out, so it's just, you can't push it as hard as you would if you had a banking. That's why these cars, like, love that tight corner at Watkins Glen, because it's banked. And that banking allows us to get on the throttle earlier because it can't just throw the back end out. And back on the brakes. My brakes are starting to slowly overheat. That's kind of expected. These cars don't have very good brake cooling. Rear brakes are fine though. It's like this car doesn't even have rear brakes sometimes. Brakes get weaker every lap, which kind of sucks because you can't be consistent whatsoever with this car because the brakes get so torn up after a few laps of aggressive braking that you start to have to slow down to compensate for it. Believe me, I haven't tried, so let's not go test that theory now. Because I don't even know if this game simulates brake wear. Comment down below if it does. Testing my luck. I'm doing this in pretty much pitch black situations. I'm surprised I'm still alive. And that was the perfect description of the situation where when you're about to spin out, coming out of a corner, you really shouldn't be on full throttle. Right there, that was a perfect explanation of that. Back into the grass a little bit, you got... oh god. And here we go, pitch black, light, dark, back on the brakes into the right-hander, to the left-hander, back on the brakes again, into first gear to the left. Accelerate for a few seconds only to get back on the brakes and turn right again. Woo! I found it. I feel like I'm a 2-year-old. Woo! Don't ask why I did that. That was the most unprofessional thing I've ever done in my life. Back onto throttle, full throttle, back off and onto the brakes. Really aggressively because you broke really late. I don't care anymore. I suck at driving. Now if I can beat a 420, 435 still after spinning out, then I'm ending it. That was my fault for not paying attention and singing the braking song. That's what I'm calling that. Nope. I'm not on the throttle. Come on, game. Come on. Yeah, I seriously screwed up. think we got time for one more lap. Should I push it? Should I? We're going to. I'm going to take the chance of pushing one more lap. If I don't beat my lap time, it's not happening. Okay. Last lap, guys. I know you're tired of listening to me speak. So, here we go. I'm just gonna put background music over this one. This is gonna be the last lap of the race. I wanna be silent. I wanna get this right.
Well, I screwed up, so let me finish this lap real quick, see if I did any better. Maybe, maybe not, probably not. I didn't even practice the entire track before I ran the thing, so I didn't take a very long time practicing, so considering how I did, that was pretty good. So, I'm gonna finish this lap, and I'm gonna call it now. This is The Racing Fanatic, signing off.